Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, MeInternally. My name is Naomi, and on this channel we learn about natural hair the natural way. So in this video I'll be telling you all about the 6-month or my 6-month protective style hair growth challenge, and I'll just be explaining why I'm doing this 6-month challenge, the guidelines, and just my hopes for these 6 months. So let's get straight into the video. So first, why I'm doing the 6-month protective style challenge. I briefly talked about it in my previous video of me showing you all how I did this hairstyle for the 6 months. I'm experiencing some thinning around my hairline, so definitely want to work on that. My edges, I noticed, started thinning sometime in January. I don't know if it's because of this crochet style I had in, or vulnerable moment. I had COVID, I believe, around that time. So I wasn't sure if it's because of that, and I was doing some research around 2 years ago. I noticed a lot of natural hair YouTubers posting that they were losing their edges, or they were experiencing thinning edges. So I was just wondering, okay, does this have to do with COVID? Yeah, so I'm just wondering, maybe it's some side effects, or even just like the stress of just hearing about COVID and just a whole bunch of other things, dealing maybe with loss during that time, dealing with either grieving a family member, a loved one, or even losing a job, whatever the case might be. So I just think a lot of stress and just COVID might have contributed to that. I also started teaching last year. It was my first year teaching. That was very stressful. I'm still teaching now. It's still a little bit stressful, and I can make a whole video on that, but it's a much better experience. But I'm just trying to really work on how I'm dealing with stress and what outlets am I turning to in order to make sure that I am keeping the hair on my head, and of course keeping my sanity as well. So that's one part. I also want to help or work on the crown in my hair. So I also noticed I had 1 or 2 short pieces, which prompted me to shave my hair off in the first place. But I'm also just wondering, maybe that's just how my hair is ever since I stopped relaxing it. Maybe that's just where my hair experienced the most breakage, and all those years of relaxing, it's going to take some time for my hair to bounce back. And this is another thing I just want to put out there as a disclaimer, is depending on, also another disclaimer, I'm going to do a whole video on breakage, so I don't want to spend too much time on this, but depending on how much breakage or how many years you've experienced breakage in one section, thinning, that might take the same amount of years to get that hair back. Or if you've experienced your hair has shedded so much, or not shedded, if your hair has thinned so much, or if your hair has broken off to a certain extent, depending on how bad it is, might show or might result in that long-term growth, or you may see it takes a long time for your hair to grow back. So for here, this area of my hair, I have a whole video on it where my hair had broken off and I gave myself a bald spot. It took about 4 months to grow back, and that's because my hair was literally to the scalp, essentially bald. So it's not like my hair started to thin and I noticed it right away. It just seems to happen overnight that really pulled out my hair. So it's the difference between, okay, if you notice your hair is thinning over time, maybe you can act on it really quickly and reduce it and really start treating it, or you notice too late and then now you have to repair it. So that's part of it. And then also another thing is, so going back to how long I've been damaging my hair before I shaved it off, I used to relax my hair in around 5th grade to, I want to say, 7th grade. Religiously, I was in the hair salon, and maybe that's even contributed to this area here, going underneath the hair salon, or going underneath the hair dryer for so long. That area just tension, the heat is directly being applied in this area. Maybe that's contributed to that. I stopped going to the hairdresser, I want to say, at least religiously, my freshman year of high school, and I just started to care for my hair on my own. So going back to the front of my hair especially, I really want to work on growing this part out, and you'll see when I show you all my current length check. I'll insert some pictures in the video. Is that I've used to flat iron my hair, literally just my bangs. I would just flat iron, probably, I want to say, at least twice a week, and all that damage, all that heat on my hair, again from 5th grade to 7th grade, definitely probably contributed to my hair being fried. And now I'm starting to really care for it, and I've been trying to since my freshman year of high school, and it just seems as if my hair, I'm now 23, so that's a whole lot of time has passed, that my hair always seems to stay the same length. My hair does seem to eventually start to come past my chin, but I really want to continue to grow it out. And my goal for myself, or what I've been thinking, is if I know my front of my hair is growing, the rest of my hair should be easier, because the back of my hair is always growing. I have no problem with the nape and back area of my hair, but just for some reason the crown and the front of my hair is areas of improvement for me. And I know, or I'm thinking, it's because of all those years damaging my hair with the relaxer and the heat. So now it's just repairing and trying to catch up with all those years lost. But that's pretty much it. I would love to achieve some sort of length, so hopefully, so hair grows on average, I think 6 inches per year. So if I'm doing 6 months of protective styling, that would be 3 inches. So hopefully I can achieve, right? Hopefully my math is right. Hopefully I can get at least 3 inches, but I'll even accept 1 inch. So 1 to 3 inches. I know realistically this part of my hair probably won't reach my shoulder. That would be so nice, but I think definitely by next year, if I continue, the end of next year, and if I continue to take care of my hair, that my hair should all around be at least touching my shoulder. The back of my hair is touching my shoulders, but again, just really trying to work on these 2 areas, because I feel as though they've been the same length since I've been relaxing, since I've been natural, and I just really want to encourage my hair to grow and just take care of it. So besides length, I think right now in my hair care journey, what's most important to me is health. Physical health and the health of my hair, and also spiritual health. So I'm just trying to figure out what exactly is going on with my hair and why it's thinning, especially in those areas. So I definitely want to work on that, and just increasing or returning my hair back to its normal density and, yes, fullness. So that's what we're really going to work on. So I just trimmed my hair already, and I'm just ready to start fresh. Now, I'm going to be looking at my notes, and I'll be telling you all how I plan to do this protective hair care challenge, and if you would like to join me, feel free to do so. So today is October 30th, and I plan to do this style until May 30th. So May 30th is also Sunday. Today is a Sunday as well, and I'm either going to take down this hairstyle, and again, one of the tips or one of the guidelines for this challenge is words of affirmation, but I'll go back into afterwards, and I'll tell you why I'm using the word take down instead of remove. I'm going to be taking down the style. I believe I could probably do the 30th. I'll do that, and then I'll do my wash day on the 6th, just to make sure my hair is, I don't know, I want it to be a full month, if that makes any sense, because I technically did install this the 30th, so it's not really going to be a full month unless I take it out late at night. But like I said, I am a teacher. I will have school the next day, so I might just wait until the 6th. So between the 30th and the 6th, but which is of the month of May. So if you want, you can take it out. Oh, I'm so sorry. April 30th. So you can take it out April 30th, or you can take it out on May 6th. Totally up to you. And then if you are one of those people this is your first time long-term protective styling, you know, dip your toes in the water. You don't have to go the full 6 months. Wean your way into it. So if you don't even do protective style for at least a week, that means putting your hair up, not touching it, I would recommend that. Then you can go into 2 weeks, 4 weeks. You can go into 8 weeks. Just slowly stretch it. I think the longest I protective styled my hair was 2 months, I want to say. Yeah, 2 months. But why I'm also doing this style is to make sure that I'm actually protecting my hair as it's being protected. I haven't done that. I protected my hair, but I've never protected it as it's being protected, and I'll explain why I'm saying that throughout the video. So the first part is no heat. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. So no heat, just to make sure that you're really taking care of your hair. You're not breaking it up with flat irons. You're not causing it to dry out with blow dries. You're really just nurturing your hair during this time. Heat can be used in moderation, but when it's used too often, you are really drying out your hair, and our hair thrives with water. And not to say that you can't use heat, but you really want to be careful that you're not breaking up your hair. And if you are using heat, use deep conditioners. and you're really protecting your hair before you even put heat on your hair. So I would say no heat as the first rule. If you do use heat, so there's the tension method, that is a way of stretching your hair without using direct heat. That is, I would say that is totally fine for this journey, but for me personally, I don't want to use any heat. I stopped using the tension method because I was wondering if, I know the back of my hair could handle the tension method well, it doesn't break up, but because I noticed these thinner pieces in the crown of my hair and in the front of my hair where my edges are, I want to make sure that I'm not breaking it up or thinning it out even more. Next, I'll say protective style. So pick whatever protective style you want and stick to it. I know some people on YouTube, they say they alternate between the styles, so they might wear their hair in a bun one week and then maybe they'll wear braids another month, and this is just to ensure that their hair is not, there's not too much tension in one area and just giving your hair a break. You can totally do that. For me, I feel as though I've done 2 months, I think, wearing wigs, and my hair has been fine. I haven't experienced any issues, so I'm definitely going to do that. But I think by month 3, I'll definitely take off the wig and just make sure that, okay, my hair is fine and it's not, my edges aren't thinning, I don't have any breakage in any areas. I'll also want to alternate between the types of wigs I'm using. So I only use headband wigs, and I like headband wigs because you can take it off at night. If you use lace fronts, you're traditionally just gluing your hair down and you don't really have access to your hair until after you take off the style. I don't like that. I like to make sure that my hair is breathing at night, so I try to I like to remove my wigs at night. So I'm going to try and do that definitely this time around, because last year I used to sleep with the wig on my head, and I wonder if at some point that might have contributed to some thinning of the edges, but I'm not really sure. So just in case, I want to make sure I do take off the wigs at night. And then also when you take off the wig, you're making sure you really get to oil your scalp, moisturize your hair, just giving the TLC. What I also like about my wig regimen, or what I would like to do for this protective style, if you're wearing wigs or you choose to use wigs during this protective style, you want to make sure that the time you have it on is less than the time spent with your actual hair. I hope that makes sense. So the school where I work, I get out at around 2:20, I think. So I have my wig on, I leave the house around 6, that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, please don't make fun of my math skills, that's about 8 hours, right? As soon as I get home, I take off the wig and I spend the rest of the day, the night, without the wig. My hair is breathing more than it is with the time spent with the wig on. So I'm really ensuring that I'm taking care of my hair and allowing it to breathe. So that way I'm also reducing any breakage or any thinning that might occur. I have also the straight wig, and I will find the link for it and I'll insert it into the description box. It is an edge band, I guess you could say, just to protect your edges when you're wearing wigs. So I bought that just to have an extra layer, and then I cut out a piece of a satin scarf just so I could have it along my edges and along my hairline, so that way when I remove the wig and when I have the wig underneath, I'm not breaking up my hair. I also want to find a satin cloth, to see if I could put on the crown area of my hair, so that way I'm not snagging my hair as well. I also want to look into see if there's satin bonnets, or satin wigs. I think that'd be really helpful. Satin wig caps. I know Green Beauty mentioned that. That'd be really helpful in terms of ensuring my hair is being protected underneath the wig, because my hair is not drying out with the wig cap. And I also want to purchase another wig, which would be a headband wig again, but with a high puff, so that way underneath I will be able to still style my hair, but also mimic how I usually wear my natural hair, which is in the high puff. Or I'll just use my regular curly wig and I'll just put it on top and I'll tie a scarf. So why I say this is because I want to get a scarf now and maybe start wearing scarves outside, so that way I can give my hair a break in between whenever I am not wearing my wigs. So I think during the month 3 mark, I will wear scarves and have some type of faux hairstyle on top, so that way my hair is breathing. And then maybe I'll do that for about month 3, month 4, and then I'll finish it up with month 5 back with the wig. So I think that might be my routine. I'm sorry if I'm going really fast. Next, nighttime routine, just a little bit more. Just again, making sure I'm wearing my bonnet at night. If it comes off, don't just stare at it in the middle of the night, put it back on. But again, give yourself some slack. Might be the longest some of you have ever protective styled your hair. I know this is my longest, so I'm definitely going to give myself some grace if I do mess up on 1 or 2 nights. Next, something that's really important is your diet. I think I might be anemic. I'm always craving ice. Yeah, I'm not that I'm not the healthiest eater. Right now I'm a pescatarian, but sometimes I crave sweets here and there, or sometimes I might skip meals. I really want to make sure that my diet is put together for this protective style. I'm really going to try and speed through because I'm at mark 15 right now. So yeah, just really going to work on my diet, and it kind of sucks that I kind of want to work on my diet just because I would like my hair to grow, but at the same time, as long as there's some type of motivation to work on my diet, and that's all that matters. I also noticed that I'm going to link the oil and the pill in the description box. I've been taking, my mom has recommended it, or she swears by it. It's sinatrogen. It's iron tablets and fish oil, omega-3 fish oil, and I've been taking that. And then look at my nails. Like, the fact that my nails still have not broken off yet. This one did try to do me dirty and it did break, but it's still pretty long. And this one I accidentally broke off. I could give you guys my whole nail care routine because I'm really happy with the progress of my nails at the moment. I think it is attributed to the sinatrogen and the fish oil. I've also been trying to put in most of my meals. So if I ever have salmon for lunch and I'm eating it with rice or potatoes, I always try to incorporate some type of spinach. I try to eat hard-boiled eggs. Egg salad, so good. Try to eat that at least twice a week and incorporate some type of spinach or avocado toast twice a week as well. So I'm definitely getting in my iron in that way. And I'm also just trying to research some more about how I could incorporate more vitamin C. So sometimes I have like an orange or mandarin for lunch, and then also of course fish, adding in more salmon or any type of fish into my diet. So yeah, I could definitely make a whole separate video on diet. And then of course water. If we're putting water onto our hair, we should also put it into our body. And I'm really bad with my water intake. Like, I bought myself a gallon of water. I still have yet to drink this, and this has been weeks now. So I definitely want to keep myself on some type of schedule with that. So maybe, and even at my school there's a whole water cooler upstairs, so, and I have my prep schedule throughout the day is, I love my schedule, so I could definitely make sure I make some trips upstairs to drink some water. So that's pretty much it for diet. Next, I would talk about oiling my scalp. So again, at night, right before I put on my wig, just making sure I'm oiling my scalp. I'll be oiling it with my herbal hydration oil. If you would like to check it out, the link is in my description box or my website. I put this in my scalp every day. Some people might say that oiling your scalp might clog your scalp and will reduce hair growth, but again, this hasn't happened to me. Again, learn your hair. If you know your hair, you see your hair gets, you don't see as much growth if you put too much oil. After a certain time, you need to wash it out. After a certain amount of time, definitely go wash it out. But I know I've been following my hair and tracking my hair growth and what my hair is used to, and that hasn't happened to me so far. But I definitely maybe won't do it every day, just to make sure I'm not clogging my pores or just being careful with that. So maybe I'll do it at least 3 times out of the week, or whenever my hair feels dry, because when it's no longer dry, that means or when it is dry, maybe that means it needs to be replenished. So I'll definitely keep that in mind. And then I'll be using mine. It's called Bald Be Gone. This is the oil I used when I was growing back my bald spot. So those are the 2 oils I'll be using. And of course, massaging your scalp. So if you're watching a movie, you are maybe on the phone, sometimes I will even just, because they're still fixing the construction by my house, I just sit in traffic and I just massage the areas of improvement, or I would like to improve in my hair. This next goes into moisturizing. This is my shea butter mix. I have to make more. And my aloe vera moisturizer. Moisturize your hair every day. Your hair is like a plant. I'm sure so many of you have heard this before. Making sure that you moisturize your hair every day, or at least every other day, just to make sure your hair is not dry. So like a plant, you need to water it for it to grow and to thrive. If not, it's just going to die. The same thing with your hair. You want to make sure your hair is being moisturized, it's being nurtured. That extra TLC really goes a long way for your hair, and I think it's a very underestimated way of growing hair, and also the type of it's also the easiest way, I think, to ensure that your hair is being moisturized, because if you think about it, you're not washing your hair every single day, because then your hair is just going to dry out, but you are moisturizing your hair more frequently. So that's one of the easiest ways to ensure that you are keeping up with the health of your hair, because like I said, deep conditioning probably will be every 2 weeks or once a month, but with your moisturizing, and even you don't trim your hairs often, moisturizing is one of the easiest ways to ensure that your hair is up to its standards or your standards. Next, I would say is, I already mentioned it, cover your hair at night. So refreshing areas of improvement. So what does that mean? This is my apple cider vinegar hair mix. This is what I also used when my hair was balding, or the middle of my hair, because of the bald spot that I created due to my high tension hairstyle. I would, whenever I would have to wash my hair, I would just spray it. I would never shampoo that area. I would only take my apple cider spray and just spray that section. And inside of here is apple cider vinegar, water, and this mix is peppermint oil. I meant to put tea tree oil and black seed oil. Black seed oil is really great to regrow any thinning or bald spots. I also think I heard it's good for gray hairs, and I prefer that over castor oil. Castor oil is really thick, and black seed oil is more of a lightweight consistency, and it doesn't have as bad as a scent as Jamaican black castor oil, for those of you who do not like the scent of Jamaican black castor oil. So like I said, I just spray this in the section, and this apple cider vinegar is a great natural shampoo, and it's not as harsh as, or sorry, not shampoo, but cleanser for your scalp, and it's not as harsh as traditional shampoo. So I just use that whenever I want to lightly cleanse my hair. So instead of, you know, shampooing my hair, I will just use this cleanser, and I'm only going to do that, so this might sound, oh, okay, I'm so sorry. So I'm going to use this for the spots that I want to grow back, so my edges and the areas that are thinning. We'll do that once every 2 weeks or once every 3 weeks, just to make sure I'm not putting too much tension on the spot, but also allowing it to get that attention, make sure it's not drying out. So I will be doing that more frequently. However, everything else, the rest of my hair, I will not be touching that until the 3-month mark, which will be in November, December, January. So that mark, when I get to that month, I will use this mix, and I'll spray it all throughout my hair, and I'll take like a cotton swab, and I'll just gently cleanse my scalp, and then spray some water, and then I will call it a day. I'm not putting conditioner in my hair. I'm not rinsing out underwater. I'm just going to rinse it out in the shower. I'm just going to do it just regularly, just spray it, and I can show you all how I plan to do that. So that way my scalp is being cleansed and it's not filled with too much product buildup. Even though the products I use are natural ingredients, I do not require that much buildup as someone who might use store-bought products such as gels, conditioners. So I really don't run into that area, but just to make sure my scalp is clean, because again, your hair grows from the scalp. Healthy scalp relates to healthy hair. So next, I would say documenting. I am, since I want to say freshman year of high school, when I realized I really wanted to go natural into sophomore year, I have so many pictures from back then of me documenting my hair growth journey. So when I decide my last relaxer, when I finally decide to cut off my relax ends, when my hair was transitioning, I have so many pictures, and just throughout the years I just continued to take pictures. I took pictures when I shaved my hair. I even recorded a video. The link will be in the description box. I've also documented it as my hair has grown throughout the past 2 years since I shaved it, and documenting just really allows you to track your progress. And sometimes you might think, oh my gosh, my hair didn't grow this month, or my hair isn't looking the way I wanted to, but when you really look back and you compare from your starting date, you realize, wow, I really did make some progress. And any type of progress is good progress. And even sometimes when you document, you could even track potential setbacks that might be coming. So I was able to know or pinpoint exactly what might have caused my bald spot because I thought, okay, it might have been the picture, and I even had a picture where I think if I looked close up I could even see it separating my hair. So again, document. So I think I'm just going to document my successes. So if I went maybe a whole week of moisturizing my hair, I'll probably note that down. If I went a whole month of keeping on the bonnet, I'll also note that down. But again, you don't want to obsess too much about this, so I think document in moderation. So document the milestones or little wins. So if you know you don't really do something but you've done it, definitely document that. And if you oiled your hair for a certain amount of time, also document that. But again, don't obsess too much, because this 6-month challenge is to really just give your hair a break and not put too much stress on your hair. You're really just protecting it, and protecting your hair also means leaving it alone. So you don't want to stress too much about it. You just want to give your hair a break. So document in moderation. And last but not least, I would say words of affirmation / prayer. So going back to what I said before about the removing my hair versus taking it down, I don't want to say that I'm going to be removing my twist in the May mark, because I feel as though by saying removing, that could have so many meaning. It could be me cutting my hair, it could be me just putting negative energy or attitudes towards my hair in the future, and I don't even know what's going to happen. So for me to say I'm going to remove it, I don't want it to mean that, okay, I'm going to remove my hair because maybe I had too many split ends, or maybe I experienced some breakage, or maybe I didn't unravel my hair properly. I just want to say I'll be taking down my hair in that 6-month mark, to know that I'm preparing myself to acquire all the inches that I want, and that my hair is going to be in good standing when I get to that mark. And then just praying. So one day I found this video, and I've been looking, searching. I saw this one, I think her name is Daphne, I can't remember her name, and she has this video of her praying for natural hair. And this just kind of, I've always kept telling myself I need to read the Bible more and just learn more about God. And a lot of the YouTubers that I watch, I just seem to watch, they always talk about them praying about their natural hair, and I never realized that was a thing. And some of the YouTubers just mentioned that God cares about everything. He cares about all your dreams, he cares about all your desires, and if your hair is one of them, he cares about every hair on the strand of your head, or all the strands on your head. And so why not pray about your hair? So I found this video. It's this 9-hour video, and it's just a woman just speaking affirmations, words of affirmation about your hair. So saying your hair is healthy, your nails are healthy, just everything is connected. And I just thought that was so beautiful, and it was just something I was looking for. So I just thank God so much for allowing me to find that video. So sometimes, and again, you don't want to obsess during the 6-month challenge, but maybe once a week you could play that video, or if you're sitting in traffic, you could play for a little bit, and whenever you just feel led to do so, you can do that. So just making sure that you're speaking light into your hair, and you're not saying during this challenge, oh my gosh, I hate my hair, or my hair is so ugly. No, you're just saying, I love my hair. I'm using these 6 months to embrace my hair. I'm using these 6 months to really learn about my hair. I'm using these 6 months to protect my hair as it's being protected. So just really make sure that you're using this 6 months to learn about yourself and your hair. And that's pretty much it. This challenge is starting today for me. Tomorrow's October 31st. I will be wearing a wig to work tomorrow, and 1 or 2 times I can wear my hair like this. I actually really like how it looks. I think it's really cute. It probably will shrink here and there, but again, even embracing the shrinkage regardless of whatever style you have selected. So yeah, so if you choose to embark on this 6-month challenge, please leave a comment down below. If you have your own challenge, leave a comment down below, and if you have any tips for me, please feel free to do so. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye.